Colorado and skiing. The two are about as synonymous as it gets, and one of the Grand Valley's own is making a name for herself on the ski slopes.
Athlete of the Week, sponsored by the Law Office of Chadwick McGrady.
I started when I was very little, about like 4 or 5 years old. My parents noticed I was very, very fast, and they decided to put me in the racing program.
Ryleigh Regan is one of the Western Slope's most talented ski racers.
I think that started when I was about like 8 or 10 years old. I started getting really good, and I was getting a lot of compliments from my friends and my coaches, and I'm like, okay, I think I want to go somewhere with this.
And now she's making a name for herself and the rest of the Powderhorn Ski Racing Club, with Regan as the captain leading the charge.
We compete about every other weekend. It's a very amazing team. We are very connected, and we may be small, but we have a good amount of people to create a good team and just work well together.
On top of putting Western Slope ski racing on the rest of the field's radar, Regan, a student at Central, still needs to balance her busy days on the slopes with her studies.
Yes, it is very, very demanding. It gets a little hard to juggle school and everything else. Most of the other things I try to do during the summer so that it doesn't interfere with skiing, but it is very difficult to balance school, keeping my grades up, but I think I do a pretty good job at that.
On top of that, throw in finding time to also compete on Central's golf team.
The main thing that I have gotten out of doing these two sports at once is that they both take a lot of patience.
But with all that said, back on the ski slopes, Regan is still dominant and is picking up hardware for her efforts.
What sticks out in my mind is the last race I went to in Crested Butte, where I won a gold medal, my first gold medal since I don't even know how long ago, but it was a very, very special moment for me, because that doesn't happen a lot for Powderhorn Racing Club, because we're a smaller team, and so just to have that happen to me and be able to have this is pretty special.
As well as go toe-to-toe with some of the best from the rest of the state.
A lot of the teams from Vail, Steamboat, all of the eastern teams, they definitely have a high advantage compared to Powderhorn, because while I only get about 2 days of training a week, they get every day a week of training, and so it definitely sometimes feels like they're on a higher pedestal, but I mean, I've been able to prove them wrong.
If you have a suggestion for Athlete of the Week, you can find out how to submit that on our website. And one last note before we go, college basketball in Colorado will march on, with Colorado State Rams winning their tournament play-in game, and the Colorado Buffaloes just did the same, taking down the Boise State Broncos to advance to the first round of the tournament. They'll be taking on the University of Florida. But for now, that'll do it for your look at sports. We'll be right back.